and Maxton View.
Hi, I'm Stefanie Batiste. Tune in every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. to Steph's To Do Corner on Soul and Blues Live TV with Polka Jones and me, your co-host, Stefanie Batiste. Hi, I'm Stefanie Batiste in Atlanta, Georgia, speaking on Trump and Epstein. You would think as president, he would separate himself from such a horrendous crime. And to sympathize with Maxwell, the alleged sex trafficker, that speaks volumes on who he is. And one thing I know for sure, you reap what you sow.
Okay. All right.
I'm Stefanie Batiste. I live in Atlanta. I can't hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
Okay.
forgot. I tweaked. I'm sorry. The first thing I still had the mute button on. So I definitely want to welcome you all back for another great episode. You know my name, Celebrity Interviewer. I said it, and this is the show. And you know, I always had a great pleasure seeing you all, great guests, some of the best people that's in the entertainment world, along with people that's and this woman right here is actually an executive model. She put it up at a AKA Miss Harley D, and we're gonna find out. I'd like to definitely welcome to the show you, Stephanie. Salute to everything you've been doing and your accomplishments.
Thank you. You're coming in and out. I can't really hear you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That just must be the reception at the moment. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what did you say?
Well, first, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Blessed. No complaints. No complaints.
Okay, that's good news. Good news. Definitely, I want to welcome everyone that's live here with us today, that's watching us, because you know this is going to be another great episode. You know, and thank you, our friends over at Urban Grind TV, that helps us stream every single interview that I've been doing since the beginning of this year, 2021. So, thank you very much, and peace to you, Wally, and congratulations, actually, to Urban Grind TV, who just picked up their 20th award for their TV network that have been in business for 20 years now. So that's super
Awesome.
awesome. Like they pick up an award like every year. So that's dope. So yeah, with that being said, um I always like to mention that Stephanie is also the co-host of Soul and Blues Live TV, and that
Mhm.
airs weekly. And that's actually the first thing I want to ask you about is your your um your show that you're executive producer of.
Mhm. Yeah, it's Soul and Blues Live TV with Poker Jones and me, your co-host Stephanie Batiste. And what we do is we try to highlight different artists. Our first show was we did Mark Woods of Lakeside. We interviewed him, and that was beyond amazing. And the second show we did Bobby Rush, and that was beyond amazing. I mean, Bobby Rush is just, I mean, for his age, he is so energetic and he was just, that was a great episode. You have to go back and watch that. And the third interview was with Lenny Williams. And that was awesome also. So what we do, we highlight and interview different artists. And we also interview artists that are just trying to start out. We highlight them. We let them come and perform on the show. You can do it on the show, or either you can just send in the videos, and we pick different videos. We do a video mix with Jam and Jay. He's on 94 Streets, 94.7, I think, in Atlanta. So we do that also. We played trivia games. Last week we did trivia games, which included all the people on the side, and people called in and different things like that. We give away gifts, and we're also getting ready to do a cruise also in next February, which is going to be my birthday cruise. But we're going to bring different artists also to come. So it's exciting. So anybody that wants to be on the show, just inbox Soul and Blues Live TV with Poker Jones and Stephanie Batiste. You can actually go to www.soulandblueslivetv and just send us a message, and we answer all our messages, and we'll get back with you. And if you have a nice video, high quality, we'll eventually put you on TV also. So that's actually it's every other Wednesday, the second and fourth Wednesday of the month. So definitely come and check us out. We're going on tour and everything. We have so much in store for you guys. It's unreal.
Okay, great. I'm sorry, I got knocked out of my own show.
Oh, okay. I thought you did that on purpose.
No, no, definitely not. But no, that's great. And let me show you the poster to the people, so they know exactly, what your show looks like when it comes to
Okay.
the flyer. But when it comes to the actual look of your show, it's very state of the art, futuristic, and I just love, what you're doing, you and Poker Jones over there on at Live and Blues. I'm sorry,
Oh,
Soul
thank you.
Blues Live.
Thank you.
Let me take this banner down so you can see everything. Yeah, that's great. So every Wednesday, make sure you all tune in to watch Soul and Blues Live TV because
Right.
it's
And it's
really
on
awesome.
Status Network also. So I definitely need to give them a shout out on that. And like I said, Jam and Jay, he's on 94.5 FM Atlanta. So I said that wrong. It's 94.5 FM Atlanta, here in Atlanta. And that's Jam and Jay. He's the video job. So we play a lot of videos and stuff also. So like I said, if you're up and coming and you want to be on the show, just send us a message at www.soulandbluestvlive.com. Yeah, tvlive.com.
Okay, great. That's great. And I'm sorry, I'm so rude. Off camera, I said it, but I didn't say it while we've been live. I wanted to tell you, you look great today. You look really nice.
Thank you.
Definitely
Thank
happy and
you.
excited to have you here on the show. I love Atlanta. I go to Atlanta a lot. and a lot of people, and I do a lot of networking there. I love that city. Now, can you tell me a little bit about where you grew up and where you were actually from?
Okay, now I'm originally from New York, Jamaica, Queens, but I was raised in Savannah. So I always say I'm a native New Yorker, but I'm a genuine Georgia peach.
Okay,
So I was, like I said, I was raised in Savannah. Once I left New York, I just always stayed in the South.
okay, that's nice. That's nice. So, at what point did you make that transition?
Well, I left Savannah when I was like 11. I think I was 11. And like I said, I grew up in Savannah, Georgia. I don't know if you know the beautiful Savannah, Georgia. It's a tourist city. It's beautiful. It's very historic. A lot of history there, especially for us African Americans. It's a lot of history, but it's a beautiful city. A lot of people come there to visit. We have the River Street. We're known for River Street. And then you have Savannah College of Art and Design, which is, the school of that holds my heart, because I'm very artistic. So
Yeah.
that I love SCAD. Have you ever heard of SCAD?
No, I'm not familiar with that.
You never heard of SCAD? Savannah College of Art and Design? I think they're
No.
like the number two art school in the country.
Yeah, please
Yes.
give me continue educate me. I want to learn today.
Yeah, I mean it's big. It's big. I mean, they do film, they do everything, everything artistic. But I can remember as a child growing up in Savannah, and I think I was like in high school, and they had one little building, and you would see all these how would I put it? Kind of, I hate to say different looking kids, and you would be like, oh gosh, oh, they go to SCAD. But now you look at it and it's like, wow, and I always wanted to go to SCAD because it was very artistic and different. But I ended up leaving Savannah and I didn't do it. But SCAD is big. It's big.
Okay. So despite you didn't have the opportunity to go to that school, where did you end up going to school at?
I ended up going to I started out at South College, and then I actually went to AIU here in Atlanta, which is also, I mean, I took up fashion. I majored in fashion here in Atlanta. But I have to tell you this story about SCAD. I moved back to Savannah back in 2000, I think it was in 2000, 2001, and I applied to SCAD and I was accepted. I applied for performing arts and fashion, but I had to audition for the performing arts part. And I was so terrified to do it that I just decided not to go. But that was back then. Now, if I had that chance now, it'd be totally different.
No, I mean, it's things that too, I look back in my life, I've been in this industry for 20 years myself. And I look
Mhm.
back in my life at opportunities that I did have, and I didn't have the courage then. I'm very courageous and bold now, but I wasn't always had that level of confidence, that I have today. And it's
Mhm.
I definitely miss my opportunity. But
Oh,
hey, we are where we supposed to be though.
that's right. Everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer. I take it that it wasn't my time back then, but I keep thinking to myself, man, if I was who I am now today, then there's no telling where I would be. But it wasn't my time. But now I'm not playing. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission.
I heard that, and you are
Hmm.
on a mission. I know you have several shows that you have, and we're going to eventually talk about all that. But on this show, I like to keep everything in sequence and go back to the beginning and bring it up to today and see why and how you became such an accomplished executive producer, actress, and such. So was modeling the first thing you got into when you started your career?
Actually, modeling, I always, since I was a little child, in my mind, I was a runway model. But I was a little tomboy, but there was always something in me that wanted to be a model. And people used to always, I was very athletic. and somewhat shapely or whatever. So people would always say, "Oh, you need to be a model. You need to be a model." So I just always picked up on it, and I always wanted to be a model. I would do photo shoots, and once again, it goes back to what you were saying. I had many major opportunities that I hate to say I blew, but I brushed aside and didn't do it. And later on in life, when I came to Atlanta in like 94. Yeah, like in 94. And I started modeling, acting. I did a couple of independent movies and different things like that. And then I chose to let it go once again and raise my children. But when I came back here in '08 and '07, I said, you know what? I'm not playing this time. I want to get into the acting and the modeling. The modeling thing never really worked out. I did a couple of fashion shows, but I didn't get into it like I really wanted to get into it. So where I'm at now, I'm happy. You know, I still have a lot of work I need to do, but I'm ready, you know. And I would love to model, you know, I would love to be a, you know, I would love to model. I would love to be like an athletic model, especially for my age, doing the things that I'm doing and stuff like that. So, you know, every opportunity come my way, I'm grabbing it. I'm grabbing it and I'm running with it.
Absolutely. And I know you just recently celebrated a birthday. I want to congratulate you, you know what I mean? Because,
Thank
anytime
you.
we had that blessings to be able to, reach another plateau, another milestone.
Oh,
That's
yes.
because, especially all that's going on in the world today and always has been, nothing's guaranteed tomorrow. So with that being said, speak a little bit about that celebration because you had some awesome pictures and I'm
Oh
sharing.
my gosh. Oh yes. Okay. So I, I don't know if I need to really tell you all my age, but anyway, I'm not ashamed of my age. I'm really proud. I turned 56. You know, the creator gave me a chance to see another year. And I did a birthday celebration at Club Boats here in Atlanta at in Gresham on Gresham Road in Atlanta, Georgia. And I had friends come as far as Dallas, Texas, Albany, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, and they came out Saturday and we celebrated and we partied. I had a couple of booths and we drank and we ate and we had a good time. I mean, it was amazing. And once again, for those that are watching that came and helped me celebrate, I just want to say thank you. I mean, we partied like rock stars. I'm still tired. I am still tired. You hear me?
You definitely look like you had a ball, and you
Oh,
definitely
yes.
don't look nowhere near 50 or 40. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know what I'm saying? You look really great. You took good
Hey,
care of yourself.
let me tell you, in my mind, I'm not 50 something, but of course, my body reminds me every now and then. It reminds me, okay, you need to sit down, Stephanie Batiste, sit down. But in my mind, I'm still in my 30s.
I heard that. I definitely feel rejuvenated after I turned 40 last year.
So you already know what our body tells us, you know. But it's, you know, you're only as young as you feel. So, you know, it just seems like the older I'm getting, the better life is getting.
Okay, that's what's happening. That's always a blessing. So, going back, I don't go back and forth, and your
Okay.
time, so going back to, your high school days, did you participate like in sports because you were athletic and everything like that? Were you in sports or anything?
Ooh, let me tell you about my high school days. I was something else. I was, oh my gosh. Now, when you look at me now, you would not think I used to fight all the time. I used to fight all the time. Oh my gosh. I was so bad. Ooh, I was so bad back in the day. You know, I played basketball, I ran track, I played volleyball and softball. I mean,
Okay.
I was a heck of an athlete. But what happened with me, at some point, I kind of realized or thought that I was cute. And I just kind of lost focus. But I really had great opportunities because I went to state. in track, like 2 or 3 years. Basketball, our team, the mighty AE Beach Bulldogs. Oh, we're no joke. As a matter of fact, we're known all over the state of Georgia. As a matter of fact, our men's basketball team, I think it was in 1967. I hope I'm correct. They were the first black school to actually win state championship. So they had people like Gator Rivers from the Harlem Globetrotters. He played, and it was a lot of different other people. We had so many exceptional athletes to come out of that school. I mean, we have one of the biggest alumni in the state of Georgia, probably in the whole country, to be honest, because we do so much. We have alumni picnics once a year. We go on cruises, we do everything. Our alumni is strong, very strong.
Okay. So the athlete and you used to be a fighter.
Okay,
Why are you going to boxing?
Let me tell you, this is why I felt like I had to fight. When I first moved from New York, people used to always say, "Oh, she thinks she bad. She from New York." They used to try me. But I had 2 younger brothers, and I was always aggressive. I was very aggressive as a kid, and I wasn't afraid of nobody. I felt like I had to protect my brothers. And then my father passed, so it was just my mother. My mother worked. She was a nurse, so she worked at night and stuff like that. So I had to protect my brothers, and I wasn't afraid of nobody. But everybody always tried me. And see, when my father lived, my dad used to say, "You don't let nobody beat you down. If you let them beat you, when you get home, you getting another beating."
Yeah.
And I didn't want no beating. So I did whatever it took to win. And I have to say now, I didn't used to lose neither. I used to win.
I can
Hey,
tell how that
don't let the nails and the hair fool you.
I can tell you used to win by the way that hat sitting on your head, girl.
Oh, okay.
Hey, so I'm gonna we always, I always appreciate anytime anyone leaves comments. So we just had our first comments come in for the show today. Our first comment comes from Steamy Raw Wide Incorporated. It's a tongue twister right now. She said happy Tuesday. She also says you do not look 56. Wow.
Thank you. I don't feel, well, I'm not saying my body make me feel it, but mentally and physically, I don't feel it. I feel like if I keep putting into the universe that I'm young, I'm youthful, that I can just keep on going, because what you put into the universe is what you receive in return.
Absolutely.
But thank you so much.
I believe that. And actually Sapphire Steamy checks in to every single show, and I'm so grateful. Salute to you, Steamy. I appreciate you, Queen.
Awesome.
And she's checking in all the way from Toronto, Canada. You know what I mean?
Oh wow. That's on my bucket list. Toronto. That's somewhere I want to go. That's somewhere I've never been.
Okay. You and Steamy need to do some networking and see what y'all can work out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Do some events or something like that together. She's a very accomplished recording artist, and she's the and brand ambassador for Isaidit Management. So
awesome. Okay.
So yeah, so now with this all being said, you've done so much. Now again, just growing up the timeline. So you start off, very athletic, and then you eventually, after you left college and things, how did you get into entertainment eventually?
Like I said, I got married and I had my children, and I was married to a military guy, and we went to Fort Rucker, Alabama. I had 3 children, and then I ended up unfortunately getting divorced. I was working for the federal government. I started with Department of Defense, and then I ended up getting divorced, and I moved to Atlanta. And once I got here in '94, everyone just kept always coming up to me, "Oh, do you model?" and this and that. And I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to be a model and this and that. So I ended up doing some independent. Black films.
Okay.
And I did that, but then I stopped after a while because, like I said, once again, raising my children as a single parent. So I ended up stopping, and I didn't get back into it until like '08, '07 when I came back here, and I just
Right.
decided to pursue it. And I said this time I wasn't playing, I wasn't stopping, no matter what. And especially once I went to AIU, and I made a lot of connections, and a lot of things was done, and I just really realized my love for it was ugh, just couldn't shake it. And let me tell you something. When I was in Fort Rucker, Alabama, and I've been looking for this lady. There was a young lady named Kathy Leatherwood. She was a pharmacist. I worked in the pharmacy on Fort Rucker at the hospital. And she told me when I left there to come to Atlanta, she said, one day, Stefanie, I'm going to read about you in a magazine, or either I'm going to see you on TV. She said, you're destined to be great. And I've held on to that since 94. No, not, I'm sorry, 94. I've held on to that since 94. And every time I get discouraged or feeling a certain kind of way, I think about what Kathy said to me. And I said, it's my time. And my grandmother used to tell me when I was a child, she said, you're meant to be rich. She didn't just mean financially. She was talking about, she said, you're meant to be rich and you're going to be on camera one day. And she used to always tell me that. So I always held on to that. And even, like I said, even when I get discouraged now, I run that through my mind and it keeps me going.
Okay, well, you definitely just answered a question I was going to ask you later, which is about day-to-day motivation. So that's something that helps you with your day-to-day motivation is something that was told to you back in '94. That's beautiful that you've held on to that, and that helps you with your going forward with your confidence and things.
But and you're right, but there's also something else that I tell myself anytime I get to feeling a certain kind of way. And even when friends, family, anybody call me and they're feeling a certain kind of way, I always say, after the storm comes victory. But before victory comes the storm. Only the strong survive and the weak perish. I hold I repeat that to myself over and over again. And anybody that knows me will tell you, as soon as they call me and they say what they say or whatever, the first thing I tell them, after the storm comes victory. But before victory comes the storm. Only the strong survive and the weak perish. What you put into the universe is what you shall receive in return.
Absolutely. I definitely believe that as well. You know what I mean? Those is very strong words to be reminded of on a daily, that will continue to take anyone further. Because in this life that we have, it can be difficult. Things can be very challenging, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So when did you was your first project that you did when you started to do the entertainment? When you decided, go 10 toes, put 10 toes down.
Actually, I would say I started modeling with Levert, what was that? Levert International. And that was back in 95, 96, something like that, here in Atlanta. It was called Levert International. They did a lot of fashion shows. We would go all over and do fashion shows and everything. But I didn't really love doing runway modeling. I didn't really care for that. So I did that. And then I did a project. My first independent film was called Out of the Past. I can't remember the name of the group I was with, but it was called Out of the Past. That was the first independent movie I did. As a matter of fact, I need to find that movie. I want to look at that. I played um, an activist called Sister Lou. I was an activist called Sister Lou. I'll never forget that. But that was my very first independent film.
Okay, Sister Lou, huh?
Sister Lou. I was Sister Lou. She was a toughie.
I already know. So that's great. That's great. Now, again, I always have to take a time out and just always say thank you so much for everyone that's tuned in with us live. Again, you are live here on Celebrity Review, the show, and we are here. Beautiful Stephanie Batiste. She is a well-accomplished entrepreneur, executive producer of the show Soul and Blues Live TV with Paco Jones. I'm sorry, is it Paco?
Poco. Polka. You got me saying what you said. Polka Jones.
Polka Jones. I apologize. Polka Jones. So shout out to Polka Jones too. You know, so we can take a second to look at a video because I know that you been featured on TMZ countless times. You know what I'm saying? So this is a clip actually from you on TMZ, real quick.
Okay.
One more. Hi, I'm Stefanie Batiste in Atlanta, Georgia, speaking on Trump and Epstein. You would think as president, he would separate himself from such a horrendous crime and to sympathize with Maxwell, the alleged sex trafficker. That speaks volumes on who he is. And one thing I know for sure, you reap what you sow.
Okay. All right. Okay, we are going to...
They was just like, they had nothing else to say. They was like, oh, she said it.
That's the truth. That's the truth. You reap what you sow. That's a fact.
That's right. So talk a little bit about your maybe definition or experience of reaping and karma, good versus bad in life, and why we should, take how we treat people seriously.
You know what? At this age, I've seen a lot of reaping and sowing. I've reaped a lot of things because I'm not perfect. I've reaped a lot of things. And it's crazy because certain things that come my way right now, the first thing I say is, I'm too old to have to reap. I can't do certain things because I can't imagine having to reap at this age. I've reaped a lot of things that I've done in my past because I'm not perfect, and I own mine. And I'm at the point now, I'm realizing the good I do, oh man, that good, the more good I do, life just get easier. Man, if I had just listened to my mom, if I had listened to Dolores Williams from the start, I'm telling you, I could have avoided a lot of this. But I try to tell my children all the time, you reap what you sow. You might be on top today, but how you treat people, and when you mistreat people, it's going to catch up with you no matter what. I don't care how high, what high horse you on, it's going to come back on you because karma ain't no joke. It's no joke.
Yeah, really do. I totally agree with that. And I would definitely be light years further if I would just listen to mama straight up, because my mom and my dad told me such great lessons in life. And, I just had to be, a natural rebel, saying Leo in me or something, the Michael in me. I don't know.
I believe me, I told you I was bad. I got to say, I was bad as hell. I was very aggressive and I didn't listen. I did, and I was very, very smart. Back in my day, they called it search. Search classes for like the very smart kids. And I was in search classes. And I played sports. I was just exceptional. Even being in high school, I used to be in the newspaper from, being good as an athlete, but I made bad choices. But at the same time, I look at, if I didn't go through what I went through and did the things I did, I wouldn't be the person I am today, because I have a testimony because of the things that I did and the things that I've been through. Growing up in Savannah, you would never think, I used to swim in the swamp with the fellas. Mm-hmm. And man, my dad used to spank me so much for going in the swamp and swimming. We used to swim with the alligators. We used to catch crawdads. And I never understood why he would spank me, because we thought the alligators were our friends. We had enough sense to stay away from them, but we named them, and we'll go in there and we'll be like, oh, there goes so-and-so. But we didn't have enough sense to realize, other gators could have came in there. And fortunately for us, none of us were killed or hurt or anything, because you know what they say, the Lord watch out for fools and babies, right? So
Right.
I guess at that point we were fools, but I never understood why he used to spank me, you know, and the snakes and the alligators and all of that. So that's the life I grew up with. But it made me who I am. You know what I'm saying? That the toughness, I'm not afraid of anything. I mean, if you grew up with alligators and snakes and, you know, in the woods, you know, you got wood rats and all that kind of stuff. And we used to hang out in the woods. You know what I'm saying? So it made me who I am. That's why I'm still that athlete. I'm very competitive. I don't believe in losing. You know, like I said, I had two younger brothers. So even now when I play spades with my friends and this, I don't play. I come to win. So they know nobody wants to be on my team unless they real good. And I don't want nobody on my team unless they good because I don't want to lose. So you know that's who I am. And that's what molded me into the person I am.
Well, let me definitely salute you and congratulate you for just being, always woman enough to live up to your mistakes and to your past, because that's one reason I think that we go wrong, and why sometimes it can kind of put a hope in our timeline from being successful, is because we don't accept our mistakes and take ownership of things that we have done that was within our power. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Where people like to blame other people for um not receiving that award, or things of that nature. So please.
right. And you're right. And that's one thing I've learned in life. When I didn't own things, and I've never been one really to even blame other people. I've always owned up and said, ooh, I was bad, blah, 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 this and that. But when you don't own yours and things that have happened in your past, you're ashamed and you try and hide it, that gives other people power, because that's when they use it against you. So once I realized, Stephanie, if you really own what you've done in the past, and you're able to express it and say, man, this was my mistake and this and that, they can't use that against you. They can't use that against you. Example, I had a cousin, and as a kid, she would just, we used to call her crazy. And she didn't care. She would laugh at us and say, yeah, I'm crazy. And because she said that, we couldn't use that against her. So my point is, because I can own up to my faults, nobody can't use it against me. Because if they bring it up, I'm able to talk about it. I'm able to say, yes, I made a big mistake, but look where I am now. And once again, that's a part of my testimony.
Well said, well said. I just love, how life works, you know what I mean? Because, when you least expect, something that's happening later on in life, I mean, you just don't know what has been written for your destiny. You know what I mean? And I just love life right now, you know, and I'm just, like to acknowledge, I'm very grateful to be in a position, like I say, in 2021 as a black man, to have my show, to have a platform, with knowing
That's right.
everything that we as a culture, as a race, has been through and had to overcome, with all the obstacles. And you being from a person who spent a lot of time down south in Atlanta, can you speak a little bit about some of the racism and things that you know, Atlanta to people had to overcome? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? The time that you spent time down there when it comes to this entertainment, perhaps.
You know, I don't even know how to even put this, but racism is real. We know it's real, real.
Yeah.
And I've always been somewhat, I don't want to say I was protected, because they talk about racism in Savannah, and I know now that it's really real. But I will say this example: when I moved from New York to Savannah, it
Hmm.
was only two black families on the street that we lived on. And we were outside of the military base, Hunter Army Airfield Base. And we played with nothing but, and most of the kids were military kids. So, it's kind of different. You know, they're used to interacting with everyone. I didn't see no racism then. But now as an adult, when I look back, I think about it, all the little girls and stuff, they used to have sleepovers. Now that I think about it, I was never invited. You know, I laugh about that now. And then I think about, you know, the moms used to have Tupperware parties back then. My mom wasn't invited, you know, but
Mm.
my parents protected us from that. But I'm gonna tell you, my very first experience with being called the N word was in Fort Rucker, Alabama. Not even Fort Rucker. I moved off base until Daleville, Alabama. And I never forget behind me, behind my house, by then I was divorced. I had 3 children. I was working for the government. And behind my house, and I moved into a brand new house. And behind me was a trailer. And it probably was about, I'm going to exaggerate, about 50, I'm exaggerating, about 12, 13 white people that lived in the trailer. And it was kind of like a raggedy trailer. And I'll never forget, I was having a cookout at my house. And my best friend, my sister, Diane, came over with her children prior to the cookout. She had 2 little boys, and I had my 3 kids. And we went for a walk. Now the road, it was a dirt road. This was back in 91, 92. And we were walking. And as we were walking by the trailer, and I never forget, with our children, the guy came out and he called us the N word.
No reason, just came out and called
With
y'all.
our children, out of nowhere. He was saying, what are y'all blah, 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 doing walking by here and this and that. But the fact that they lived in that raggedy trailer, and it was about 50 of them living in there. And she was a correction officer. I was working for the government. We both were divorced, and we were living, you know how we live? I promise you, we turned around and we laughed at him, and we laughed, and we laughed, and we laughed. And we walked on, went about our business. We laughed so hard at that man. The next day, him and his wife came over to the house and they apologized. But let me tell you, after we went to the house, everybody came over to my house for the cookout. I worked on base. So in my yard, when they looked out, they saw black people, they saw white people, they saw every nationality because we were all military, and
Right.
it wasn't about race. And they felt bad. And the very next day, they came and apologized, um, you know, to me for what happened, him and his wife. And I forgave. I didn't think nothing of it. You know, I didn't think nothing of it because I mean, I'm not gonna say it was funny, and I felt really bad because my children, but the children were so young. But the point was the fact that they said it, and it was like, you're no better than me. Y'all not no better than us. You know, and I hate to say it, it was like, look how y'all living, look how we live. That's how I looked at it. That might have been the wrong attitude, but that was my attitude, and I was good. I was good. That was my experience, and that's something I'll never forget.
Okay, well, you definitely handled it very maturely. Let that be known. Um, Sapphire says racism is definitely real, and we get desensitized to it. We don't speak on it, and it has not changed. I agree as well. You know, we definitely get desensitized to it. You know, they have special programming on TV, gotta make it seem as bad as they are. So,
Right.
okay.
I can't hear you going in and out.
I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. It's messing up. It's frozen right now, so
Oh,
I can't
okay.
take the comment. I'm sorry. I can't take the comment down. So I know that something's tweaking right now. But with that being said, I'm sorry, it's not allowing me to do anything right now. It's like all frozen. But as long as you can still hear me, you
Yeah,
know.
I can hear you now.
Now I know that you've been doing travel agency. How did you get into becoming a travel agent, and when did you start doing that?
Actually, when I think it was like in 2010, 11, I was going to AIU, and I had a girlfriend of mine that was going there also, and actually she's from Chicago, and she was a travel agent, and I always travel a whole lot. She kept saying, well, Stephanie, you need to come, become a travel agent. You travel so much. Why don't you make money from it? And this and that. And it took a while, but eventually I decided to go ahead. And actually, the agency, which is Black owned, they're from Chicago also. It's called Gateway Travel. And they're based now out of Henderson, Nevada, which is the suburbs of Vegas, but they're originally from Chicago also. So I became one, and I mean, I put on group trips, and cruising is my specialty. I love the cruise. So I put on group trips and different things like that. I go to Belize. I have a girlfriend that's from Belize. I love Belize, Jamaica. Cozumel is one of my favorite places. Grand Turk, I think, is my favorite of all. Of course, I love Jamaica. You know, my dream trip is Paris, because I love fashion. Fashion is my thing. So that's how I got into becoming a travel agent. So once this pandemic is over, I'm going to do more trips again. As a matter of fact, I have my birthday cruise. I have the information right here. My birthday cruise set back up, which is going to be on February the 19th through the 26th of 2022. And it's on the Carnival Mardi Gras, and it's sailing out of Port Canaveral, and it's going to Mahogany Bay, which is Honduras, Costa Maya, and Cozumel. And I'm going to do my big birthday bash in Cozumel at Mrs. Sancho's, which is a all-inclusive resort. It's amazing. It has a bunch of pools. It has the beach. You can go parasailing. You can go jet skiing. Everything. I love it. I mean, it's all inclusive. All you can eat, all you can drink, and the music is off the chain. I mean, all you do is party, party, party. So I'm doing that also with Soul and Blues Live TV. So we're going to bring acts also. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I've seen some of your past cruises and things of that nature when it comes to flyers, and I can tell that you do it really big. So I'm sorry, I don't have the flyer that you have for your next cruise, but I can show the people one of your past flyers to just show them example of what you do.
Okay. Okay.
So this is
Yes.
one of your past cruise parties that you did. Um,
Hmm.
looks really good, and this was one of the pictures that I had found.
Oh yeah, and I always do themes. I always do like the ship already do formal nights, and then I'll do all white nights. And like on the past one from last year, I did a 70s night, and that was from my birthday cruise last year. And we went to Grand Turk, and we actually, because that's right when the pandemic hit, we were supposed to go to Amber Cove, Dominican Republic, but they wasn't allowing no ships in because that's as soon as we got back, that was the last cruise that all the Carnival did. They stopped. No more ships went out after that. That's when it just hit like crazy. But
Wow,
that cruise was amazing. It was amazing.
wow, that's unbelievable that your cruise was the last carnival.
Yeah, yeah. It was the last ship to go out. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
when
I mean, it was just amazing. I had about maybe 60 people that went, and we had a good time.
okay, and now I know that you have a company called Travelers Lifestyle, and it's actually also, is it true, a reality TV show?
We're working on it. We're working on, but once again, the pandemic hit. So what we're going to do is we're going to film all the different places, as I travel and this and that. I was going to film and, talk about it and turn it into a reality show. But once again, the pandemic hit. So that didn't happen, but it's coming. Stay tuned. It's coming.
I believe that. Believe that. Um, Sapphire says that trip sounds so exotic.
Oh,
It really
it
is.
was. It was. Now the one that's coming, you need to come and go. You need to come and go. I'll definitely have the information. I'll make sure you get it because you don't want to miss it. Because like I said, we're gonna have live acts, at least 4 to 5 live acts, and I'm gonna have a host and everything. So the TV show is gonna is one of the sponsors and everything. So it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. Gonna have theme nights and all that.
Okay, okay. She says hopefully this whole lockdown is over and we can go. Definitely.
It will be. We're gonna claim that. We're gonna put that into the universe. It's on its way out.
That's right. And I know that you have many events coming up, actually coming up this summer. So I'm gonna
Oh
show
yeah.
a couple of events. So I know one, you have a this actually piqued my interest because I love basketball. So I see that you be doing the first annual celebrity fundraising basketball game and concert with your friend Lady Coco. So that's going to be really nice. You know what I mean? Can you speak about this event, June the 12th?
Yes, now that's on June the 12th. And it's actually Hoop Nation, Lady Coco, and Stephanie Batiste presents the first annual celebrity fundraiser basketball game and concert. And it's actually going to be in Atlanta, Georgia at Hoop Nation. Hoop Nation is actually owned by Tiffany Hayes of the Atlanta Dream. And that's at 4855 Old National Highway. And the Spotlight Challenge is going to be, of course, me and Lady Coco playing each other. Y'all better pray for Lady Coco because I'm gonna whip her. I'm gonna whip her. She might be 6 feet tall, but I'm still gonna whip her in basketball. And there's also going to be a 5-on-5 celebrity game going on also. And after that, well, it's going to be hosted by Simon. And Simon is a radio personality here. Also, as a matter of fact, him and Chubb Rock have a afternoon radio show. And then we got DJ King Arthur from 107.5. He's going to be the main DJ. And then we got DJ Smitty from Albany, Georgia, and Ray Stewart. We're going to have 3 different DJs. And our artist, our headliner, is going to be Cupid Shuffle. He's going to be our headliner. And then we got J Red the Nephew. And then our very own from Soul and Blues, live TV, Poker Jones. We got Ice Buck. We got Bad News. We got Uncle E. And my girl, It's Karma, is going to be performing also. So, I mean, it's going to be a whole weekend. And that Friday night, we're going to do a meet and greet. It's going to be an all-white party. And it's going to
Okay.
be at Grown Folks on Old National in Atlanta, Georgia. So we're going to all hang out. We're going to have the VIP section. We're going to party, meet everybody, have a good time, and then go on in. And then the next day, that's where we're going to be. We're going to have vendors. We're going to, I mean, we're going to party. We're going to party. We're going to have fun, have a good time. I'm going to whip Lady Coco and on basketball. I hope she watch it. So and I mean, it's just gonna be. I mean, we're gonna have surprise celebrity guests also. So it's gonna be really nice and memorable, And we have a host hotel, which is the Marriott, the Gateway Marriott, which is connected to the airport because we have people coming from actually all over the country, because Lady Coco has a group called the Blue Hearts. So they're gonna come to support her and I'm a part of the social group called ISA, International Soul Sisters Association. So they're going to be coming to support me. And, we're going to, it's just going to be a party. We're going to have a great time.
It definitely sounds epic.
Oh,
For
yes,
real.
it's going to be epic. And it's going to be a yearly event after this. And all proceeds are going to, for Lady Coco, she's the American Cancer Society. And I'm giving mine to the homeless vets, the homeless veterans.
Okay, very good. And great job, great job. And
Thank
I love
you.
how, your events are organized too, very, very professional, even to the point to where, you even helping people to set them up in hotels and things of that nature as well, along with travel. So that's
Thank
always
you.
a plus to any event. When you have people coming from cities that they're not very familiar with.
Right, right. When you have your name and your brand, you have to do it right. You really only get one shot at this.
Yeah,
One mistake and
yeah, that's a true story. True story. Now I know you have another event I'd like to show. If you can speak about this real quick,
which one is that?
this the
Actually,
celebrity.
that's it. That's the
Oh,
fundraiser. Yeah,
oh,
that's
I
the
apologize.
fundraiser. That's the main flyer with the artists. Once again, the host, Simon, and King Arthur, the DJ. There go me and Lady Coco on there, and Cupid
Yeah,
is the headliner, and the other artists around him. So that's the main flyer.
oh, okay. And who's one of the main sponsors? Can you name the sponsors? And they kind of small. I can't.
Oh, we got quite a few sponsors. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see it. But I know
Well, who's some of the biggest?
107.5.
Some of the biggest.
We got Iceberg Productions. You got Steph to Do Corner. You got Hoops Nation. You have Tiffany Hayes, the Atlanta Fan Club. And I'm not sure if I forgot anybody, I'm sorry, but I don't have on my glasses, so I can't see everybody.
Right. No worries, no worries. They definitely gonna get the just, and they need to just go ahead and just check it out, and definitely they can look it up. It's definitely online. You can find it on Stephanie's page as well. More information about her upcoming events.
Right.
Now again, now this was a picture from one of your recent shows.
Right. That was the
Mhm.
show. I think Bobby Rush was on that show. And I can't remember the young lady's name that's on there, but she performed on the show also. And that's Jam and Jay, a video job and DJ. And that's Poker Jones and me, myself. And that was right after one of the tapings of the show.
Okay. Now, I've been really waiting to ask you this question. There's a lot of people also anxious to know, where did the name Miss Harley D come from, and who gave you that title? And do you
Wow.
have a Harley?
Wow. You know what? And I haven't talked about this, but I used to, not used to, because I start back in 2 weeks. I play kickball. I
Okay,
play
okay,
kickball and I always wear all this Harley Davidson stuff. I love Harley Davidson stuff. It also comes from traveling. There's always Harley Davidson stores on all the islands. And I would buy stuff, headbands, wristbands, necklaces. And when playing kickball, I would always wear these scarves that said Harley D on it. And there was a young lady named Ariel. I call her my little daughter. She's like a daughter to me. And Ariel was like, you should call yourself Harley D, Miss Harley D. And one of the seasons, a couple of seasons, that was my name, Miss Harley D. So when I started hosting events, that was the name I chose to use. The only reason I'm not using it as much is because people connected to only me being like dealing with bikers, and I wanted to do other events besides biker events. So that's why I don't use it as much. And that's why I went back to Stefanie Batiste. But Ariel gave me the nickname Miss Harley D. And it's been with me ever since from playing kickball.
okay, okay. Well, that was exclusive. Backstory on the birth of Miss Harley D. Really appreciate that. You've had really exciting past. I came across this picture. I don't know if this is something that you're still doing, but can you speak about this? Because it sounds super awesome too. Style, success, and sports.
That is something that's being worked on as we speak. Success Styles and Sports with Stefanie Batiste. That's coming real soon. That's gonna be a TV show that's coming real soon. You guys need to stay tuned. That's gonna be big because sports is my thing. I love sports. I live for sports. Success, I love successful people. I learn from successful people. And style, fashion, I love fashion and style. So that's me all into one. And I'm looking forward to that. And Queen Israel is my producer with that, and we're working on that. We've been working on it for a minute, and it's all coming. It's coming. It's coming. Stay tuned. You went back.
A little bit,
You
a
went
little bit.
back.
I
Oh,
like
yeah.
to know a little bit about my guests. You know what I'm talking about?
I love
So,
that. I love that.
so you say you're into sports, huh?
Uh, yes, yes. And I'm
Well, I want
actually, huh?
no, please. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I'm actually going to the Senior Olympics in basketball in
Word.
July. I think they changed it to July.
Okay.
So it's on the master circuit is for people 50 and over. So we play like 3-on-3 half court. And I got some moves now. And like I said, I don't like to lose. So, if people always assume that I'm this little docile type female. Oh no, not at all. So when I get out there, they call me Little Jackrabbit. I got so much energy. They be like, calm down, slow slow
Okay.
down. But yes, I play basketball, and like I said, in 2 weeks I'm starting back playing kickball. I'm actually gonna be playing with the 40 and up team, and I got a couple of championships under my belt and everything. So I'm
Well,
excited.
if you don't mind, I want to test some of your little basketball IQ real quick. I'm gonna hold up a picture, and when I hold up this picture, Miss Harley D, I want you to tell me who, when everybody is healthy, who has the better team, and why will this team win the championship this year?
Lord, I can't see. Is that the Lakers?
Yeah,
And
that's
is that Brooklyn? I
yeah,
can't
that's
see. I told you I
okay.
don't have my glasses on.
Okay,
What?
well, okay. So that's this is Brooklyn starting five against the Lakers starting five. Because you know basketball, you already know who's on the team. So tell me, why is the Lakers a better team this year, or why is the Nets a better team this year? And if
Well,
they stay,
I, excuse me. Please turn that down. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Um, Well, you know what? The Lakers. I forgot who was hurt with the Lakers.
AD, Anthony Davis.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot who was hurt with the Lakers. But believe it or not, I've always been a Laker fan since. Now, you want to go back? The Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay, let's tell me what you know
That's
about.
Lou Alcindor from New York. Went to Paul Memorial High School. I mean, as a kid, I was always crazy about Kareem. I knew all his history, him going to UCLA, starting out with Milwaukee Bucks and all that kind of stuff. That was my team.
Okay,
In Pittsburgh Steelers, since Terry Bradshaw, Mean Joe Green,
yeah, yeah.
Franco Harris, and Lynn Swann. I'm still a Steel fan. I kind of waved away from the Lakers. Now when Shaq was playing, I was a big fan then. But when he left, I kind of left. Left them. But Brooklyn, because I'm from New York, I would love to see Brooklyn, you know, do something big this year. I would love to see them win it. That would be big.
Yeah, that would be exciting, you know what I mean, for the Brooklyn Nets, you know what I mean. I don't know when's the last time they won a championship. Um,
Hmm.
but it's been a long time. I think
Yeah,
going
yeah.
back,
I don't know if they ever
I
did
think
win it. You know.
I think with Dr. J with the Nets, way back in the day. Well, no,
Mm.
he won with the 76ers,
Yeah, he was with Philly. He was with Philly. He
right?
was with Philly.
Okay,
Hmm.
so who is your favorite basketball player today in the NBA?
Believe it or not, I guess I would really say like LeBron. I admire him. I admire the fact that everything he's been through and he went back home, and even the way they treated him, he still went back home, won them a championship. made a move, went to LA, and no matter how they treated him in LA and this and that, he still did what he did. I like people that, you know, this is another one of my sayings: light my fire, I'm going higher, run it back. Meaning, when you look down on me or you think I'm not going to do this and you talk about me and this and that, all you're doing is lighting my fire. And when you light my fire, that means I'm going harder. So that means light my fire, I'm going higher, run it back. That means the more you do it, I'm going to keep on going and just keep on running it back. So I would say LeBron.
Okay, okay, that's what's up. And I definitely have to agree with you when it comes to. I definitely admire LeBron for his maturity. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Great maturity. He shows great maturity. You know what I mean? Like all the time.
Mhm.
He's very consistent at that. You know what I mean? Very professional. And definitely a black man, definitely to look up to for young people.
Right, right.
Obviously, a great athlete. Now, real quick, I always, want to acknowledge, I acknowledge life on this program, and I also acknowledge people that have passed. And just the other day, unfortunately, we just lost a gentleman who's a football player, Lewis Nix the third. They
Mm,
unfortunately just found him, passed away in his hotel room just the other day. He's a
mm.
very, very successful football player, and as you see, he was very young. Um, was born in '91 and just died in 2021. So that's really bad, really sad. So
Mm.
I'm going to send my prayers to him and all his family and friends,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
to the to the
Definitely.
to the organization as well.
Definitely. Mm.
Now, Stephanie, I have a large network, and I have lots of people in that's doing a lot of big things as well. I know that you have
Hmm.
some great events coming up, but today actually, I don't know if you have time, but if you're familiar with Shirley Murdoch, the singer,
Almost definitely. Hmm.
yeah. So my friend that has a program called Life Entertainment that is on XOD Network, she's going to be interviewing Miss Shirley Murdoch live on her Facebook page. So definitely go and check that out. You know what I mean? You can catch the replay
Okay.
anytime on lifeentertainment.com. So definitely make sure y'all support my friend Gina Hills, you know what I mean, down there in
Oh,
Tennessee.
okay.
Really great interviews. So,
Definitely.
I like to support, other people that's doing interviews
Mo-
and
We
everything.
we have to. We have to learn to clap for each other, and that's something else I've learned, that the more you celebrate others, the more good that come to you. I mean, there's enough success, enough money, enough attention, fame, all of that for all of us. And I've learned, and I know we're friends on Facebook, and if you notice on my page, all I do is speak positive, positive affirmations and different things like that into the universe. All I do is clap for others. I like to be around those that are doing great. I want them to be doing better than me so I can sit and learn how to climb higher. I don't want people below me and I'm the queen bee. No, we all are queens. We all can rise. We all can make money. We all can have the fame, but I love celebrating everybody because that's where my blessings come in.
That's right. It's definitely we need to do that more as black people and
Yes.
just in general, you know what I mean, support one another, and just continue to big up one another and just say something positive to one another, you know what I mean? Um the fact that anyone has anything bad to say about someone is just, it's just disgusting. That you
Yeah,
can
but
talk
it's
to
real,
bad.
and it's happening, and it's unfortunately we do it, and we do it a lot. We're not, instead of us celebrating each other, we're jealous of each other, and we're hating on each other, and we're slandering each other's names instead of once again celebrating and lifting each other up, because a lot of us have been through a lot. No matter what we look like, uh, what it might seem like, where we're at now, I know I got a hell of a testimony. I haven't even shared my testimony. And I am so humbly grateful for where I am now. I've come a long way, but because of what I've been through, I'm able to sit here and smile and say thank you to the Creator for bringing me through what He has brought me through. But He brought me through because He knows that my testimony is going to help others. And I just want to just exude nothing but positive energy, greatness, lift others up, let them know no matter what you go through, no matter what you go through, no matter what kind of darkness that you are tussling with, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Always. I'm a firm believer. And I'm telling you, I've lived it. I lived it.
Yes, ma'am. And I take that to heart. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Faith will definitely take you further, and you just got to lean on the Most High. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's right. That's right.
So I like to talk about manifestation, spirituality, things like that. That's like one of my favorite topics right there.
Mm.
So can you speak a little bit about how manifestation, how you have experienced manifestation in your life?
Well, I mean, I grew up in the church. I grew up in the church, and I'm a firm believer. I know, I know there's a Creator. There's a higher being out there. And I truly believe that it is. And it goes back to what you were talking about before, karma and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? How can I put it? Once again, I grew up in the church. When I turned 18, my mom said, it's your choice. And once you grow up in the church, no matter what you go through, you always find your way back to where it first began. And growing up in church has helped me to, no matter what, fall on my knees all the time. I pray every night before I go to bed. I pray every morning before I get out of the bed. And I pray for everyone. I always say, God bless the universe. God bless everybody in the world. And with having that in you, you always end up going back to the Bible. You come in my house has the Bible open to Psalms 91 throughout. That's the Psalms of protection. Throughout my house, there's Bibles with Psalms 90 open to Psalms 91. And I just always go back. I go back and I talk to my mother and my father and my grandmother that's in heaven. I talk to them. I thank them. And I thank my mom all the time for, once my father passed, for keeping us in the church, keeping us grounded. It's so much going on now. I mean, a lot of my beliefs are, I hate to say different, but it's a lot of things now that I question, as opposed to what we were brought up to believe. But no matter what's what, one thing I know, there is a Creator. There is a superior being. And I just fall on my knees and I pray and I pray.
Yes, ma'am. And the scripture that you have your Bible open to, what does that scripture say in Psalms?
It's Psalms, it's protection. It's asking God for protection, to protect you, and from those that keep people from coming into your home and causing problems. It's asking this God to protect your family, your children, and let them know that your faith is in Him and that you believe in Him as the Creator, and that you know that he will protect, you. And all my posts, when I do my hashtags, it always ends with Psalms 91.
Okay, okay. Very good, very good. Steamy had made a comment saying there is something called hashtag post-traumatic slave syndrome. And she says, we are learned slaves looking to tear down each other. It is so sad. Empowerment is necessary.
Well, you know what? Once again, I pray and I have faith that at some point we as a people, we're going to come together.
Right.
It might not be in my lifetime, but I'm a firm believer. And in the Bible, it says who is basically last is going to finish first. And in my opinion, on this planet, we're treated like you know how we're treated,
Like
and we're
cattle.
basically last to me. But we're coming up. We're coming up, and to me, we're gonna be the ones shining. When I say shining, we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Because we are such a powerful people. We are so gifted. If you think about it, everybody in the world wants to be like us. Everything, when I was younger, if you had a big butt, people laughed at you, they talked about you. If you had big lips, they laughed and they talked about you. Think about it. And you were dark, they laughed and talked. But now, everybody buying booty, everybody buying lips. They're getting in their little boxes to get tanned, to burn up, laying out in the sun. All of it. We are such a gifted people. It is unreal. I mean, it's unreal. We really, I can't even.
No, I'm all the way there with you. You know what I mean? It's definitely a turned around. You know, they have been famous over the years for trying to dilute our
Who
guidance.
we are.
That we have,
Who we are.
who we are. They try to dilute it, but at the same time, they try to copy us. You know what I'm saying? And but it's there's no cloning us.
Hmm.
No cloning
Everybody
us.
wants to be
Spirit.
us.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be us. Not that you can blame them. Not that you can blame them, you know. But I mean, we good. We're good. I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I heard
I
that.
thank the Creator for making me who I am, for giving me this beautiful, beautiful golden brown skin. I thank Him every day because as a child, I was somewhat confused, especially when I moved to Savannah.
Right.
I was confused. Well, I'm not gonna say confused. I kind of wondered, did I, you know, did I want to be Black? But growing up in the South, once again, like I said, I moved on the street. It was only two Black families. You know, all I was around were white girls, and the only dolls I had were white. You know, but thank God that didn't stay in me. That didn't stay in me at all because we moved further into town, and I was around nothing but people that looked like me and this and that. I really loved all my life who I am, rather.
Okay. Like example, like one of my ex, she had once told me about, like when she had to move to from Chicago to the suburbs, from the big city life to the suburbs,
Mm,
her basically father told her that she needs to talk more white and to blend in.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? And
mm.
what happened was she practiced it so hard that if you didn't see her face, you would think that she was a Caucasian person because
Wow.
she had practiced to conform her voice so much to try to fit in. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Sad how we have been forced to try to fit in, but you
It
know what I
is.
mean. They don't have to fit in.
Yeah, that's right. But once again, I mean, I was fortunate because once we moved off that street, I was more around my own, and I didn't, I didn't, I really didn't have to even get, you know what? I said Alabama was the first time, but that's not true. I can remember as a child, we went to the World's Fair, which was in Nashville, Tennessee. And that was in back in 1980, I think it was 81. And me and my cousin was walking down the street back to the hotel, and some guys rolled by in the truck and they started calling us the N word, and we ran to the hotel and that kind of stuff. But I mean, I don't know, I don't know. It's racism is just. I don't think it's something that will ever go away. To be honest, I don't think it'll ever go away. It's just it's how you deal with it. How you deal with it. Are you going to fold? Are you going to give in? Are you going to be scared? Are you going to fight?
That's
You
right.
know, are you going to fight? I'm,
Hmm.
I believe you got to fight. I believe you got to fight, because only the strong survive and the weak perish. And when you're scared, you can't come out on top. Scared people don't win, you
That's
know.
right.
Like I told you, you can bring an alligator in here right now. I mean, of course, I got enough sense to go in the opposite direction, but push come to shove, if he come at me, I'm not gonna turn around and run and let him get me from behind. I'm gonna go out with a fight.
That's right.
I'm gonna fight, So, like I said, don't let the nails and hair fool you.
Hey, I saw you shooting. I was gonna share that. I saw you pretty good with the heat. You know what I'm saying? I saw you doing some shooting practice, and you got a pretty good eye.
Oh
But
yeah.
I didn't upload that picture. I'm not trying to make you look like you violent.
Hey,
So
like I said, I'm from Savannah, Georgia. I went to AE Beach High School, and everybody know that that's the best high school in Savannah, Georgia. And we were athletes. We were
That's
real athletes, you know. So not saying the other schools didn't have good athletes, but we were a different kind of great athlete.
that's right. That's right. Sapphire made a couple of comments saying that in reference to racism, the issue is they want us to make us irrelevant and take our culture. We just all have to unite. We don't have an option.
That's
And
right.
and she says we can never fit in. They always find an issue with us.
hmm
Um,
Why even try to fit in? Just be who you are. I have friends, white friends, and when I'm around them, I don't try to fit in. I stay true to Stephanie, no matter what. I stay true to who I am, because I love who I am. I don't want to be nobody else, you
that's
know.
right.
I just love who I am. I love my culture. I love my people, and I truly have faith that we are gonna come. We're gonna come together. And Lord have mercy. When we do, Lord have mercy. It
Mhm.
ain't gonna be no joke because we some powerful, powerful people. Powerful people. You know.
That's right. We actually we have our first comment from someone different, being my friend Marvell Stowe.
Mhm.
He says, "Real talk, don't ever settle, never settle."
That's
And
right.
he's absolutely right. They'll never settle. I mean, we just can't afford to.
No, we can't. We can't. We can't. Like I say, I'm just so humbly grateful and proud to be who I am. I thank the Creator every day, throughout the day, for who I am. And I thank Him for the things I've been through because, once again, it's made me the person I am. A lot of it I'm not proud of. A lot of it is for a reason. A lot of it can help other people. So,
That's right. Absolutely correct. And just real quick, for those that's needing type of landscape or anything like that work, the person who just left the comment, Barvell, he actually has a landscaping business called Marvell's Landscaping Services. You can find him 219-302-5333. 534. I'm sorry, 5334. I can't read. And just make sure y'all tell them that I said it sent you. You know what I'm talking about? So hey, yeah. So we do a lot of things in this life, and it's just about trying to stay ambitious. And sometimes what I've learned in this industry, I started off as a poet personally myself, and
Mm-hmm.
and people were fine with that, like that I was a poet. But once I started to try to do more and become, do more than just be a poet, what I'm saying, then I found that people had a problem with that. And that's something that I just want to tell everybody that we really need to get over because, we all deserve to be as ambitious as we choose to be. You know what I'm talking
That's
about?
right.
You know what I mean? We should not have to feel like only because you're good at this one thing that you can't be great at something else as well. Because, like they say, we don't know what God has for you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that by doing these interviews, I see the blessings and the great things that come to me in my life. But how would I ever, if I didn't have the ambition to continue to try, what I mean, to reach out to people who's achieved like yourself and being Miss Batiste, next to me. You know what I'm saying? You have to continue to push yourself and just be ambitious and do things that my whole thing is always try to figure out what it is that I always wanted to be when I was a child. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I always remind other people of, like, whatever it is that you wanted to be when you were a child, when you were a little girl, little boy, that's most likely what it is, what your purpose is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause you know everything most less tainted by the world,
Mm-hmm.
your influences and beliefs. What do you
Right.
think that is the things that you want to do, as a child? Is it, becoming aligned to the things that you are doing today?
Well, I mean, actually, as a child, I've always wanted to be an attorney. I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
That didn't work out, but at the same time, I always wanted to be on TV.
Right.
So this is,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because I wanted to be on TV, but like when we did plays and different things like that, I would get so nervous. I would close my eyes and it would be like I couldn't hardly breathe and I would spit out my lines. I
Mm,
wanted to do all of this. I wanted to do public speaking and different things like that. But then when it was time to speak, I would get so nervous and not be able to breathe and all that kind of stuff. But it's crazy. Now things are, the more I do it, the better I'm getting at it. And I'm not gonna give up this time. I mean, I don't have time to waste. I'm not no spring chicken. You know, I'm not no spring chicken. So I mean, this is it this time. And I'm what I want, I'm getting it this time. There's no stopping me. There's no stopping me. My fire has been lit.
mm, that's right. Uh, once that fire lit, you gotta run with it because
Exactly. That's right.
something, that candle, it can burn out if you don't continue to feed it.
That's true too. That is true.
Keep going, gotta keep going. When you do find that ambition to keep going, you just gotta do it, what I'm saying, then, because it's no guarantee that you're gonna find that confidence later. Because
That's right.
it be delicate like that. I don't know why. But even with myself, I've never recorded. I got lyrics and words, what I'm saying? Um,
Mm,
and I've been performing since 2001, but I've never actually taken the time to record an album. I have deprived my audience of that, and I apologize to all the people that do appreciate my poetry. And I'm still trying to get it together. I really am trying to still influence myself to do it, and I know that I can do it, and I'm capable. It's just something still that's holding me back, despite that I am confident in other areas. Do you go through that too?
you know what? You just said it though. You answered your own question. You said I'm holding myself back. Of course, it's also. Let me tell you. Somebody told me something years ago, probably about 20 something years ago. This stopped out when Sue told me. He said, "You're afraid of success." There were many times I would be this close. I had a chance to be on a play way back in 99. I think it was 99 because I was taking classes at Alliance Theater. And I had a chance to be in a play with Felicia Rashad. And I chose to go to Florida as opposed to doing whatever. And I never forget, I was told, and I have a sister that always used to tell me, "You so scared. You so scared." I've had so many opportunities in the entertainment industry, and when those big chances would come, I would do something. I'm not going to say to use the word sabotage, but I find a reason not to do it. But now I'm so somewhere else. I'm so somewhere else in life. So I'm saying that to say we are our biggest holdbacks. Just like you asked me the question, you answered your own question. You're your you're holding yourself back. You got what it takes. I mean, look what you're doing now. You're sitting here, you're interviewing me, you're interviewing everybody else. You sing, you say you sing, you're a poet, you do this and that. Do it all. I mean, do it all. Go for it. Now I'm not just settling for just acting. I'm doing it all. I'm promoting, I'm doing shows, I'm hosting, I'm doing it all. Am I great at everything? Heck no. Some of the stuff I'm like, ooh, Steph, you might need to get. Then I'm like, oh no. Mm-mm. I'm gonna keep on doing it, practicing. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. I'm not the best, and you're always gonna have critics. People are always gonna find what you're doing wrong. But then again, if you think about it, if they're not talking about you, you're not doing nothing. You don't have nothing going on. And my mama told me that. When I used to tell them, my mom, they always talking about me. You got it going on. You doing something. When you're not doing nothing, you're not being talked about. Nobody don't care. So you take all your energy that you put into everybody else interviewing and this and that, and put it into yourself. Put it into your future. Put it into your career. And watch you soar even higher because you're going. You're going. You on a roll right now. And everything you just sat here and said you want to do on this show right now, I want you to sit here and say it. I want you to make a promise to me that you're going to focus on yourself and doing what you're supposed to do to get yourself where you want to be and not care about those that's around you, the naysayers, because they're always going to be there. And in this business, you got to have thick skin. You got to have thick skin because they're going to come for you. I used to be like, dang, dang. Now I'm like, come on, I'm ready. Don't let the nails and the hair fool you.
That's right. Well, I've never really been one to turn down a challenge. So, I accept that challenge, you know what I'm talking about? And
Okay,
I'm gonna bring you all an album. I'm gonna put my energy, I'm gonna dedicate the time, and I'm gonna bring
okay.
you the first poetry album, you know what I'm saying, 20 years later.
All right, all right.
We'll
Everybody on here,
do
you guys here. Everybody hear you. Everybody hear you. We got to shake hands on that.
You know what I'm talking about? Young town or something like that. I appreciate that, Stephanie. I really do. You know what I mean? Because sometimes that's all you need is that extra little motivational push. You know what I'm saying? When you like right there to go through the door, but you kind of like, should I go through it? Like I know I should, and it's gonna be great.
Mhm.
Maybe I should, turn around. But then that person is coming, push you in, and then you like, thank you for pushing me in.
That's right. That's right. You got this. You got it. I see it in you. And I'm just meeting you, but I see it in you.
Absolutely. I appreciate you. Much respect, much respect. Sapphire says the star shines from inside of you. I said it.
All right. That's right. That's right. That's right. It's your world. It's your world. You know,
Yeah,
we have
I
to
like
believe in ourselves. We have to believe in ourselves.
that's right. And I look forward to just continue to just do different things in this industry. I have experience, with videography, graphics, interviewing, performing. But I like to
Mhm.
get into acting one day and whatever, and like I say, I'm going to record this poetry album too. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
end up, because you challenged me and you don't even know what you just did, but
Mm.
you challenged me, I end up doing more than one album or something like that. Like you just relit the fire that I needed. So
Oh,
thank you, Batiste.
light my fire. Light my fire. And everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? The creator evidently put me here in this interview for a reason, not only for you to interview me, but maybe for me to inspire you. You know, everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer.
That's right. Um, you never know. Like I say, angels in disguise and people that are here to serve different purposes. Some being more minute than others. You just never know why you meet some people. But I
Hmm.
also believe that we have met for even deeper reasons and more powerful than that. You know what I'm saying? And I look
Hmm.
forward to networking with you. I want you to know, Miss Batiste, you have my support right here in Isaidit Management.
Thank you.
I look forward to connecting you and Sapphire Steamy. Since you
Okay.
said you want to do some stuff in Toronto, maybe y'all
Okay.
can put a group together, something like that. I don't know. Like I say, she has a really big following in Canada and stuff. She's pretty famous.
Okay. Okay.
Um, so yeah, so with that being said, again, thank you so much for being on the show today. Again, for those that don't know or who are just checking in late right now, Stefanie Batiste is an executive producer of Soul and Blues Live TV with Paco
Polka Jones.
Polka Jones. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. Polka Jones. You know what I'm talking about? Polka Jones. She's also an actress, model, a well accomplished entrepreneur, and she has a lot of shows that's coming out. One being a reality TV show when this pandemic lifts, and we just look forward to everything that you're doing. And again, salute to you, Queen, and everything you've accomplished, and your tough skin, your resilience, your perseverance. Great job. I'm very proud of you, and just keep going. Being the best version of yourself that you can be.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I truly appreciate you. And everybody, please follow me at Stefanie Batiste, STEFANIE Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. And actually something that I do, I don't know if you have time to hang around a little bit more, but
Mm.
at the end of every celebrity interview, I share my shout outs because I've been really grateful to receive, a handful of shout outs from some very special people around the world. And so I try to give back by, sharing that shout out every
Okay.
So if I may, the first shout out that I have, which was the first shout I ever received from anyone, was actually from the legendary.
I support, I said it, the boy. I support, I said it, the boy. I said, I support it, I said the boy.
And I support the legendary warriors all day long.
Thank you, thank
Always shout outs, big salute to the legendary, iconic, one and only, king of vibes, Roy Ayers. You know what I'm talking about? To have that in my catalog, that's more than what I could have ever asked for. You know what I'm saying? I believe Stefanie, good fortune favors the bold. Fortunate enough to be around him. I was bold enough to ask
Hmm.
him, it happened. And I was just like, it still gives me chills every time I hear it and see it, despite I know I remember it vividly. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hmm.
um this next shout out, is Jazzo, the originator.
Right, bro. Yeah.
Yo, it's the originator Jazzo, y'all. Make this real quick, man. Shout out to Isaidit Management. Doing it big.
Appreciate you.
Real quick, um, that was Jazzo, the originator. For those that don't know, if it wasn't for Jazzo, we may not know the name Jay-Z because he brought him to the public to the forefront and put him in his first video, took him out the country for the first time. So shout out to Jazzo. And so, Miss Batiste, She says it was nice meeting you, Queen Stefanie. Great work, you all. Thank you. I appreciate you, Queen. Okay, so I'm sorry. So this is actually Sapphire shout out right here.
Sapphire Steamy, the sixth queen from Toronto, and I'm representing for King Leo and I Said It Management. You heard me. I said it. King Leo. Big up your blood-clad self. Sixth queen from Toronto. Mwah.
Appreciate you, Sapphire.
Hey man, what's happening? It's your boy Skrilla, man. Shout out to I Said It, the celebrity interviewer. You dig what I'm talking about, man. Sponsored by the famous Chicago Bridge magazine. Get in tune with it. You dig.
Shout out to International Skrilla, you know what I'm saying? Really great artist himself.
Yo, what's good? This your boy Who Knows. Letting you know this Wednesday, December 16th, tune in. I'll be with the celebrity interviewer I Said It the Poet for the I Said It show, sponsored by the famous Chicago Bridge magazine. Yo, 2020 been a hectic year for everybody. I've been blessed to still reach a few accomplishments, get a little bit of acknowledgement, and we're going into 2021 hungry and heavy. And we're going to discuss all that Wednesday, December 16th on the I Said It show. HFE, baby, who working like us.
I really appreciate that brother. That's Who Knows. He's a recording artist, and something that's really special about him is that he sold distributed his single out the trunk independently. You know what I'm saying? So that's like really tremendous, you know, to be able to accomplish that on your own. You know, shout out to Who Knows.
Hey, yo, what up? This is Dead Wilder, music exec, music manager, entrepreneur. Shout out to the celebrity interviewer. I Said It the show, sponsored by the famous Chicago Bridge magazine. All right, prosper.
Shout out to Lonnie Deadweiler. He's also the co-owner of Supreme Burger that's down there in Atlanta.
Okay.
Really appreciate Mr. Deadweiler.
What's happening? This your boy Cam Jones, man. Shout out to the celebrity interviewer I Said It show, sponsored by the world famous Chicago Bridge magazine. Y'all tap me in. Dope content, dope interviews, and you might even see me on that song.
That's Cam Jones, son of the legendary Shirley Jones of the Jones Girl. She'll actually coming up soon. She's gonna be on VH1. So she'll be telling her story of the Jones girls, Shirley, Cam Jones. Shout out to Phelps Jones.
What up, it's your boy Dave Tolliver from the legendary Minute Large, and right now you're checking out the celebrity interviewer I Said It the show, baby. Yeah, it's all being brought to you by Chicago Bridge magazine. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all don't know that's the great Dave Tolliver, man. You know what I mean? A heck of a singer.
Okay.
Really great.
Hey, love. It's Shy Love giving a Shy Love salute to the celebrity interviewer I Said It the show, sponsored by the famous Chicago Bridge magazine. Keep doing y'all thing. It's all love and Shy Love. Hugs.
Much love to Shy Love. You know, she has an organization here in Chicago, right in Inglewood, Chicago, and she's trying hard to, you know, just help our that's plagued by a lot of violence. So, you know, shout out to
Okay.
And last but not least, this is Joe Soto, has been on the radio for over 35 years. We're on B103.
Tony, Joe Torre, Melissa Clark, and of course my friend T.L. Williams. That's a winning combination right there. So we're just here to enjoy some great music and hang out with my man I Said It, the poet.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
And for those who like to listen to you on the radio and continue to support you, what are the times that you're on the radio?
Well, we do the afternoon show from 2 to 7, and of course we do the Back in the Day show Saturday nights, which all the music of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And the main thing is we have great listeners that listen, call us, and we have a lot of fun on the air. I mean, it's not a anything hard. It's just it's very easy. Just show up and be able to do this in my hometown. So thank you all for listening, and thanks for listening to this guy. I said it, the poet.
What was the inspiration? Thank you so much, Stephanie, for your patience. You know what I mean, and learning of people that have supported me, and who supports this show. Really grateful to have you here today, Stephanie Batiste. And I look forward to production company, and I can't help about. I'm so glad that you were able to be here with us to be able to story. You have a beautiful story, and like I say, you have shown great perseverance over the years to become the woman that you are today. So do something great, and just much love to you. Salute, Queen.
Thank you so much. God bless.
God bless you too. Blessings.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Thank you so much again for everyone that stayed with us today and tuned in with us to meet Stefanie Batiste. You can go to her page and follow her. You can also find her on Instagram at Miss Harley _D. So make sure y'all go and follow Stefanie Batiste at Miss Harley _D. Again, thank you so much for everyone that tuned in with us. And you already know how I end this show. Reminding you all to please subscribe to I Said It Management. And thank you for everyone that tuned in today. Blessings. And matter of fact, first I want to invite you all to my next interview. And the next interview is with Miss Estella Pyfrom, and she is the owner and founder of Estella's Brilliant Bus. So EstellasBrilliantBus.com. Definitely check that out. This woman is something extraordinary. She's again the founder of Stella's Bus, recipient of global recognitions twice. She's an author. She's appeared on Oprah, and she has dedicated over 50 years into the school system. So that's just tremendous. And you're gonna find her live with me here, March 4th, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please tune in. Mark your calendar. You do not want to miss this. This woman is an historian when it comes to her accomplishments and the dedication she has put into the school system. So also I want to shout out Luxy Diamond Enterprises. Shout out to Phoenix Skirt, Goddess of PR. I want to shout out this boutique that's located in Stockton, California. She has some great items for women. So, make sure y'all check her out online. Shout out to She Bananas Radio Show, Afternoon Kickback. Shout out to Shakita. Peace, Queen. Make sure y'all follow her. My Chicago Radio. I'm sorry, My Radio Chicago. And as you all know, make sure y'all check out Mimi Mala. When it comes to insurance, contact her after an accident. Just dial 407-267-7378 and make sure you tell her I said it sent you. Shout out to Mad Music Tour. Shout out to Ron, the director, doing big things like all the time. Like I said earlier, y'all definitely want to check out Marvell's Landscaping Services. You can call my brother at 219-302-5334 and tell him, you know my name. I said it sent you. And last but not least, we always got to show much love to Urban Grind TV and Services. Again, congratulations to Urban Grind for picking up their 20th award at Chicago Music Awards this past Sunday. So congratulations to them. That's tremendous for the team. That's just greatness. And to our friend Sapphire Steamy here at Isaidit Management. Appreciate you, Queen. Much love. Brand ambassador for Isaidit Management in Toronto, Canada. Yep. And if you need some photography work, check out my brother at DMP Magazine, Dean Moulton. He does all types of shoots and events, private shoots as well. So hit him up, 773-744-0715, and tell him I said it sent you. And I want to congratulate one of our past guests, Tracy Cruz, for winning another award at the Surrey Hills Best Female Artist Soul Train, UK. So congratulations to Tracy Cruz. That's awesome. That woman, every time I look up, she stayed winning. She gonna be in the dictionary as under winner because that woman has, I think she's like up to like 40 awards now. At the time that I interviewed her, she was at 28. And she's tremendous. She's just a tremendous talent. She can sing her butt off. That's why she be winning. So again, thank you so much to our today's guest, Stefanie Batiste. Make sure y'all mark your calendars June the 12th, 2021, for her 5-on-5 basketball game, which will be followed up with the concert event, celebrity fundraiser basketball game and concert. Also featuring one of our past guests is Karma. Again, this is the show that you can find Stefanie on weekly, every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hi, I'm Stefanie Batiste. Tune in every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. to Steph's To Do Corner on Soul and Blues Live TV with Polka Jones and me, your co-host, Stefanie Batiste.
Again, remember, after I turn this off, go and visit my friend Gina Hill's page, Gina Hills, Hills with a Z. Go check out her page because she's live right now with the famous singer Shirley Murdoch. So, we definitely want to support her too. So again, much appreciation, much love, much respect. Man, thank you again for everyone that's still tuned in. And please share this video. It's not too late. And we were here live with Stefanie Batiste, co-host of Love and Blues Live TV. And next time you can find me is March 4th with Estella Pyfrom, founder of EstellasBrilliantBus.com. So you gotta get out of here. But thank you so much. Much love. And remember to tell them if they ask, I said it sent you.